The clerk will unlock the machine and take the roll. Members will record their presence by pressing the green button. Has every member recorded their presence? Clerk, lock the machine. We have 68 members present. There is a quorum. All rise for the invocation to be delivered by Chairman McNamara, who will also lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. Chairman McNamara.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Dear Lord, as our nation prepares for the ritual of the transition of power, we give thanks for the blessings with such fortune. Help us to understand each other, respect each other, and work with each other to continue this noble experiment called democracy. Amen. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Is there any objection to the approval of the journal of the previous day? Hearing none, so ordered. The next order of business is communications. Clerk, please read.
Representative Carlos Tobon is unable to attend session today due to work commitments Wednesday, January 18th, 2017. And Representative Dennis Canario is unable to attend session today, Wednesday, January 18th, 2017.
Thank you, Clerk. The next order of business is new business. New business. Whip Edwards with new business. What do we call him? Speaker Pro Tempore Kennedy with new business. Representative Lancia with new business. Representative Ucci with new business. Representative Villa Wilkinson with new business. Representative Regenberg with new business. Representative Winfield with new business. Any other new business? Deputy Speaker Lima with new business. Any other new business? Announcements and introductions. Are there any announcements or introductions? Chairman Abney.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I have an IC for immediate consideration, please, for Mr. Joe Baker.
Send it up, please.
And we'd like to have it read, please. Reporter Joe Baker was and is a reporter, although he's retired from the Newport Daily News. I know all of us in our legislative lives run into reporters. Many we love to hate, many we hate to love, but Joe is one of those reporters that when I first got into the life of politics would always write good human interest stories, and he was always fair, he was always thorough, and that's really all that you can ask for when you're dealing with someone whose profession is to help you out in terms of the news. I know he worked here in the House of Representatives long before I came, but he retired from the Newport Daily News several months ago, and we have an IC for him, and I would like to have it read, please.
Chairman Abney moves House Resolution honoring Joe Baker on the occasion of his retirement from the Newport Daily News. That is seconded by Representative Ruggiero, Representative Carson, Representative Canario, Whip Edwards, Speaker Pro Tempore Kennedy, Chairman McNamara, Representative McLaughlin, Representative Solomon, Representative Casey, Representative Hull, Leader Shikachi, Representative Agello. Any other seconds? All in favor, aye. All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Clerk, please read and leave on the desk for signatures.
House resolution honoring Joe Baker on the occasion of his retirement from the Newport Daily News. Whereas Joe Baker is retired after 33 years of informing and educating the people of Rhode Island on a panoply of journalistic topics. And whereas, as a young man who took his time finding his true career calling, once Joe Baker joined the news staff of the Newport Daily News and put down roots on Aquidneck Island, he knew he had found his forever home. And whereas, after graduating from Pilgrim High School in 1967, Joe attended a small broadcasting school with the intention of becoming a radio sports announcer. But the Vietnam War changed his course with a 4-year tour in the Navy. And whereas upon his discharge from the military, Joe spent a few years with no clear-cut ambition, but with a gusto for just enjoying life. After a few years as a roofer and a brief stint at then Johnson & Wales College, he enrolled at then Rhode Island Junior College, transferred to the University of Rhode Island to study journalism, and graduated in 1979. And whereas, while attending URI, Joe had begun to shoot some sports team pictures, which eventually led to meeting the sports editor for the Warwick Beacon, which resulted in his being hired by the paper full-time as an assistant sports editor and City Hall reporter after he graduated. And whereas, during his years with the Beacon, Joe discovered that covering politics, not sports, was his nirvana. In 1984, he joined the staff of the Newport Daily News as a general reporter, covering everything from schools to criminal trials to the Navy. In 1989, he began to cover the State House and the General Assembly, where he soon became an ever-present fixture in the chambers, committee rooms, and hallways from January through June. And whereas people's descriptions of Joe Baker are as wide-ranging as his resume and as varied as his multitude of passions and interests, but they all have a common theme. Joe Baker is widely respected, thorough, and consistently fair-minded. He's been described as a man with a heart of gold who would help anyone, a tenacious and reliable reporter, and a small man who packs a vocal punch. And whereas during his tenure at the State House, Joe Baker covered some of the most critical moments in Rhode Island history, the investigation of Joseph Bevilacqua, reform of the state welfare system, and educational reforms. Among the special series he crafted over the years were on packages on special education and the 30th anniversary of the 1973 pullout of the Navy fleet from Newport. He earned a reputation as both factual and fair, covering statewide news with a local flair. Whereas for the last 33 years, Joe Baker has earned the gratitude of the citizens of Aquidneck Island and the respect of the many legislators who have served in the General Assembly. He will now turn the page on a new chapter of his life with some much-deserved time to read, listen to music, play golf, and enjoy the life with his wife Patricia in their scenic home overlooking Island Park. Now, therefore, be resolved, this House of Representatives of the State of Rhode Island and Providence Plantations hereby congratulates Joe Baker on the occasion of his retirement from the Newport Daily News. We, moreover, commend and thank him on behalf of all Rhode Islanders for his eloquent and informative journalism and wish him the very best of health, happiness, and enjoyment in all his future endeavors. Be it further resolved, Secretary of State, be it hereby is authorized and directed to transmit a duly certified copy of this resolution to Mr. Joe Baker.
Representative Carson.
Thank you, Speaker. I would like to ask the House to join me in welcoming Joe Baker to the chamber today. Joe is here with his wife, Pat, and his family. And in the short time that I knew Joe, I found him to be a really good guy, was very fair to me as a state representative. He really did a terrific job from all the work that I could see that he's done, and I personally will miss him very much at the Newport Daily News. So please join me in welcoming Joe.
Joe, congratulations. We wish you a lot of health and a very long retirement with your lovely wife and family. Enjoy. Well earned. Representative Ackerman.
Thank you, Speaker. Just an announcement, please.
Proceed.
The House Committee on Health, Education, and Welfare will be meeting at the Rise today in room 101.
Representative McEntee.
Announcement, Mr. Speaker.
Proceed.
There is a meeting of the Judiciary Committee tonight at the Rise in room 205.
Chairman Jacquard.
Announcement, Mr. Speaker.
Proceed.
The House Committee on Corporations will be meeting at the Rise in room 203.
Representative Hull. Representative Hull with new business. Any other new business? Chairman Azanara with new business. Any other new business? Representative Falella with new business. Representative Solomon.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Request for adjournment?
Proceed.
I ask that we adjourn in memory of Jerry Latham, who passed away last week at the age of 106. He was the husband of Doris Latham, with whom he has celebrated their 76th wedding anniversary on November 9, 2016. Jerry served in the U.S. Navy during World War II as a chief storekeeper aboard the USS New York, a battleship that had participated in the invasions of Iwo Jima and Okinawa. Jerry was an elder in the community of Christ Church and a former pastor of the Warwick congregation. He was also a 70-year member of the Masonic fraternity. Leaves 2 children, 4 grandchildren, and 6 great-grandchildren. Thank you.
We certainly will, Representative. Thank you. Leader Chikachi.
Announcement, please, Mr. Speaker.
Proceed.
Members of the House, especially the new members, you notice from the chairman we're going to have committee hearings tonight, and they meet at the Rise. Just for your information, that is the conclusion of the session today. Please go directly to your committees. The chairman needs you for a quorum. The sooner we get started, the sooner that we will conclude business tonight. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Chairman. Leader, any other announcements or introductions? Is there any objection to transmitting all matters on the clerk's desk to Her Excellency the Governor, the Honorable Senator, the Secretary of State forthwith? Hearing none, so ordered. Leader Chikachi moves House Resolution extending condolences. I'm sorry, we're going to get two resolutions in. Leader Chikachi moves House Resolution extending condolences, seconded by Leader Morgan. All those in favor, aye. All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Leader Chikachi moves House Resolution extending congratulations. Motion is seconded by Leader Morgan. All those in favor, aye. All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Any objection to also transmitting those two? So ordered. Any other announcements or introductions? Leader Chikachi moves the House adjourn in memory of Arthur Jeremiah Jerry Latham, Jr. The motion is seconded by Leader Morgan. All those in favor, please stand for a moment of silence. The House stands adjourned.